down on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful, and we're beautiful, and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the Spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not know, but a fight took place yesterday between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, if you can even call it a fight. So here's the deal. This was a gimmick fight. It was a promotional fight. This was not a real fight. You can tell by how Mike Tyson was moving that he was not going into this to take this kid's head off. The reality is that Jake Paul won, though. So the history books will show that he won by unanimous decision. Okay? I thought Mike Tyson was going to win, but that's only because I was taking into account you have this guy who's an absolute killer, this guy who, you know, in the 90s was just unstoppable, versus Jake Paul. He's a good boxer, he's a good athlete, but he's not on the level of Mike Tyson. However, when you're getting paid that much money, yeah, even Mike Tyson's like, you know what, let's just have some fun. It's obvious if you watch the fight that it wasn't serious. Mike Tyson didn't go in there with the hunger or the energy to take this kid's head off. He went in there with the energy basically to get paid. And you know what? I don't blame him. I don't. You know, a lot of people are disappointed, and I understand that completely. But the man is like 58 years old. He's nearly 60. And so for him, it's like, this is a great payday. Totally understand it, totally respect it. You know, there was a high production value, you know, people were admiring the ring girls, but one of the things that people were talking about was, it's like, how do you square his performance with like the promotional videos? And the reason is because in these shots, these are meant to build up the fight, obviously. But also, Mike Tyson understands the assignment. He's not going in there to kill Jake Paul. He's going in there to have like an exhibition bout. And so that really was what I feel the main contributor is, that if it was a real fight, I feel that Tyson would have absolutely floored him. But it was something where it wasn't even, it was, from my point of view, it wasn't a real fight. You know? Anyway, you know, watching something like that, though, what it does is, first of all, raise your hand if you think the Paul versus Tyson fight was rigged. He stood there the entire 8 rounds punching and biting his glove, but Tyson during training looks completely different. That's exactly it. These fights are bits of theater. They're promotion. They're not actual boxing matches. I am convinced that in an actual boxing match, if this were legit, Mike Tyson would have killed him. Absolutely no question in my mind. But this is a different type of thing. But here's something I want to show you.
But it's kind of no more.
Did you feel as though you had it coming into the fight?
No, I'm just fighting to take care of my bills, basically. I don't have the stomach for this kind of no more.
Yeah. So he's being honest. He's 58 and he needs money for the bills. And you know what? I have no problem with that. First of all, and some friends of mine have been like, friends of mine have been talking about this, and we've been going back and forth, and they're like, well, if that's true what you're saying, then he like threw the fight. It's like, yeah. What about the people who betted on it? If you bet on a fight like this, if you bet on a fight like this, it's 50-50. You're not going to find better odds than that, first of all. You're not going to find better odds than that. But if you thought they were going to allow Jake Paul to lose and be humiliated, you're nuts. He's not on the level of Mike Tyson. We know that. We can all see that. He's not even that good. He's good enough that, the promotional aspect can get him over the top. But Mike Tyson would have absolutely crushed him. But you hear Mike. It's not about the win anymore. He's helping probably an up-and-coming kid, and he's getting paid a boatload of money. I guarantee that most of the people watching this, most of the people who are upset about this, if they were in Mike Tyson's position, you're basically 60 years old. You need money to pay your bills. They come to you and say, we're going to give you this obscene, outrageous amount of money. And all you have to do is come in and fight one boxing match and do a couple promotional videos. We're going to give you an absurd amount of money. I guarantee you do it. You'd absolutely do it. Some people were saying that he took home $20 million. Guarantee it was more than that. Guarantee it was more than $20 million. They made a fortune last night. They crashed the Netflix server. That was incredible. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm scrolling through. No. Oh God. I'm scrolling through and this is what I see. Oh, oh no. Oh. 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 Oh my God. Oh. Sorry. Whoopi Goldberg joins anti-Trump sex strike. My vagina is now closed. Oh. Oh my God. Let me get the fuck off of that. Holy shit. That was that was crazy. And the memes, mwah, they are so good. Jake Paul has challenged Jimmy Carter, age 100, to a boxing match after beating Mike Tyson, age... that's not really fair. That's not really fair, Yeah, I understand the joke and stuff. So here's Donald Trump Jr. So I sat for 3 hours with my kids trying to watch Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and Netflix is glitching so hard. I feel like it's mid-90s where it's taking 25 minutes to load basic pictures. And there's a picture from Mike Tyson. This is the first truly correct thing that Pierce Morgan has ever said. Prime Mike Tyson would have destroyed Jake Paul in 90 seconds. A 58-year-old Tyson went 9 rounds against a much fitter and very capable boxer half his age. Mock him all you like, but Mike's got the heart of a lion, balls of steel, and will always be an absolute legend. That is absolutely true. that may be the first time that Pierce Morgan has said something that is actually correct. So it really is quite a historic night. I think you got the wrong link. um, love Mike Tyson. Always have, always will. But 58 is 58. Plus the legs just weren't there. Old is old. Thank God he didn't get knocked out. Now it's time for Jake Paul to get in the ring with a top 10 fighter, or hell, a champion. No more basketball players, strikers from MMA, or old men. It's time for Jake to get into a real fight. He's good enough, make it happen. A top 10 fighter? Tommy Fury ain't even in the top 50 right now, and Jake lost to him. Yeah, so listen, I understand what Stephen A. Smith is saying here, but no, he's not. This is the reason why fake news and fake deceptive journalism is so dangerous. This guy has won a series of promotion fights, event fights, gimmick fights. And Stephen A. Smith is like, put him in the top 10. This guy, if you have somebody that's a boxing champion, they're a champion in the world of boxing, they're not going to play around with the whole gimmick thing. Because that's their title. That's when it becomes real. And if you put Jake Paul in the ring with a champion, he's going to get absolutely murdered. Do you understand? The champions and the people within the top 10, the actual contenders, those guys do not play around. Those guys are not joking. That's their livelihood. That's their sport. That's their career. Gimmick fights? Sure. Promotional fights? All that stuff. Jake Paul is great at that, and he can build a brand around that. But the moment you put him in there with an actual legit champion, he will get killed. He will get killed. It won't even be close. This isn't WWE where you can just script that, Logan Paul becomes the United States champion. No, you've got a bunch of hungry killers in boxing and in MMA. You put him in there with real people. I mean, even if one of these guys was like, okay, we'll put on a fight. We'll put on a gimmick fight. I tell you what will happen. Even if one of these guys in the top 10 or champion agreed to let him win, like, okay, we'll let him win. Guarantee one of these guys is going to go to knock him out. They're going to go in, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll take a fall. Hey, you know what? No worries. No, I'll take it easy. Come in, maybe in the fourth round he knocks me out. They'll come in there and they'll knock him out in the first round. I'm telling you. This has worked to confuse a lot of people. But I mean, look at this. This is Mike Tyson. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Look at that stare. I mean, that is. But yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, people, people talking about Mike Tyson's ass. Oh God, I can't. Oh God. Yeah, this is what they're talking about right here. I can't show the bottom half, but it's just bare ass. Oh man. It's funny. It's really funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul is the winner by unanimous decision. So no knockouts, just unanimous decision. Very interesting. All right. Well, have a great night, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you next time.